Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that has been gaining a lot of attention and sparking debates. Why are so many women today choosing not to become mothers? This decision is influenced by a myriad of factors, ranging from personal choice to societal changes. Well, let's get into it.
I'm actually scared. I don't know if I want to be a mother anymore. Growing up, I've always wanted to be a mom. But the older I got, the more I understood the world, the worse the world got. I'm starting to change my mind. I feel like a lot of women were lied to about what motherhood really was. Growing up, we thought it was peaches and roses because a lot of women, they didn't feel a space to feel comfortable enough to say how they really feel about motherhood because they were so severely judged. But now that we have the internet, we've seen the truth. A lot of women are coming out with the truth and they're saying, no, this is not what you thought it was. Also, the older I get, I didn't know how demanding motherhood is. The kind of person I am, I need breaks. I need mental breaks. When I'm sick, I like to go in my room and lock myself in the room and close the door. And then other mothers, I hear them talking about the constant worry when they go to daycare and the constant worry when they're not in their possession. I'm already an anxious person. And it's such a beautiful thing to be a mother. I help women become mothers, and I myself don't know if I want to be one. Anyway, I had to express my feelings. Kind of makes me sad. I love children, but mentally, I don't know if I could deal with that in the capacity that it takes to be a mother. And I salute to all mothers because, oh my God, what a job.
When I tell you, I have not resonated with a video more than I have with this one. And this is the reason why I went from someone who absolutely wanted to be a mother to someone who has chosen to be child-free by choice. I was someone who, from a young age, absolutely wanted to be a mother. I love kids. I've always loved kids. I think they bring so much joy into the world. And I was someone who was like, this is a deal breaker. If I meet someone that does not want to be a dad, game over. I absolutely wanted to be a mother. And then I got older and I started to really realize the big picture of what it actually takes to raise a child, let alone multiple human beings. I think motherhood is a really amazing experience for the women who want that. But when you get older and you start to really realize the big picture and you see a lot of things, especially I live in New York City, I realized what it would look like, especially if I wanted to stay in New York City and wanted to raise a child. I refuse to be the parent carrying a stroller up the stairs, like on the train. And that would most likely be my life because I don't really want to move outside of the city. I like where I live, whatnot, but that's besides the point. And I kind of came to this conclusion in the middle of dating my fiance. And when I brought it up to him, luckily we were kind of on the same page because this was around the time that Roe v. Wade was overturned. And we started to really think about what would our life look like if we had children. And I'm so grateful and so thankful that we are on the same page and he supports this decision. And he's like, honey, yes. Yes. So we are fully on the same page of team child-free by choice. And we also want to be the village for our friends who choose to have kids. We want to be the fun aunt and uncle. Do you need a break from your kids? I will absolutely babysit for you. I love kids. Let me be that person for you. But I so believe we are sold this fantasy of how amazing motherhood is. And it's a lot of work. And I realized it's a lot of work that I don't want to do. And I know that sounds kind of harsh, but I really realized that I want to be selfish and I want to just worry about me and my fiance and our family and not have to worry about another living, breathing human being besides our cats. They're not human beings, but they're other living beings. And if I want to just pick up and go to the store right now, I don't have to worry about any of that. If I had a child, I can't just do that. I have to, especially if it's newborn, I have to bring the newborn with me. I have to bring the baby. I have to do this. I have to get a babysitter. I have to do all this. It's so many details that we don't think about that when you really see the big picture, you get to really think, is this a sacrifice I'm willing to make for the rest of my life? And if it's not, you should not be having kids. And I realized for me, that's not a sacrifice I want to make for the rest of my life. And I love kids. And I just realized I want to be selfish. And I do not think motherhood is for me. I also realized I have zero desire to put my body through a pregnancy. Like, thinking about that also made me realize, like, I have zero desire to put my body through a pregnancy, let alone multiple pregnancies if I wanted to have more than one child. And I know there's adoption and things like that, but that was also a huge factor. And then the fact that people cannot afford to put groceries on the table. I feel very fortunate that my fiance and I, we are still able to live in New York City. We're able to live and do things, and that's really great. But if we had kids, at least one kid, we would be such broke parents, and I refuse to be a broke parent struggling. I also waitress in the city, and it's made me realize, seeing families out, especially with lots of kids, that I have zero desire to do that. And mothers and fathers are so amazing, and more power to all of you, but I realize that is not something that I am willing to do, and I'm not willing to give up my freedom to do. And you have to really take a hard look about if you want to give up your personal freedom to now worry about another human being, if not more than one. And at the end of the day, I would rather move through the rest of my entire life regretting not having a child rather than regretting having a child. Because once the child is here, you cannot get rid of it. And I refuse to put a child through a traumatic experience. If I chose to have a child and then realized motherhood is not for me, I'm not going to traumatize a child like that. That's not fair to them. And then I don't want to be a resentful parent. It's not okay. I'm glad these conversations are happening, and I think more people need to really think about what it entails when you choose to have a child.
That was the video, guys. Now allow me to share my 2 cents about this topic. To understand this trend, we need to look at the historical content of motherhood. Traditionally, women are often expected to become mothers, and their roles are largely defined by domestic responsibilities. Over the past centuries, however, we've seen dramatic shifts in gender roles, driven by movements of women's rights and greater gender equality. These changes have provided women with more opportunities and choices than ever before. One of the most significant factors influencing this trend is the increase in focusing on career and education. Women are pursuing higher education and professional careers, which often require time, dedication, and a significant investment of energy. Balancing a demanding career with motherhood can be challenging, leading to some women prioritizing their professional goals over having children. Financial considerations can also play a crucial role. Raising children is expensive, and the economic pressures of modern life can make the prospect of parenthood daunting. Many women and couples feel that they need to be in a stable financial position before having children, and achieving this stability can be difficult in today's economy. High costs of living, student debt, and uncertain job markets contribute to a decision to delay or forgo motherhood. Personal freedom and lifestyle preferences are also key factors. Many women value the freedom to travel, pursue hobbies, and maintain a certain lifestyle that may be harder to sustain with children. The desire for personal growth, independence, and the ability to make spontaneous life choices can lead to a decision to remain child-free. Although society expectations around motherhood have evolved, there are still pressures and stigma associated with the choice of not having children. However, this stigma is gradually diminished as more women openly discuss and normalize that decision to remain child-free. Social media and various online communities have played a significant role in this shift, providing support and a platform for women to share their experiences. Environmental and ethical concerns are also becoming more prominent in the decision-making process. The growing awareness of overpopulation and the environmental impact of having children is leading some women to reconsider motherhood. Additionally, ethical considerations about bringing children into a world facing significant challenges such as climate change, political instability, and economic uncertainty influence this choice. Health and fertility issues cannot be overlooked. Some women face medical conditions that make pregnancy difficult or risky. Others might struggle with infertility and choose not to pursue alternative options like adoption or IVF due to personal or financial reasons. Technology and advancements in reproductive health have also impacted decisions around motherhood. With more options available, such as egg fertilization, women have the flexibility to delay motherhood until they feel they're ready. This technological empowerment allows women to make choices that align better with their personal and professional timelines. Culture shifts and changing perceptions of family life are significant as well. The concept of what constitutes a family is evolving, and the traditional nuclear family is no longer only accepted model. As society becomes more inclusive of different family structures, the decision to not have children is becoming more acceptable. In conclusion, the choice of whether to become a mother or not is deeply personal and influenced by a complex interplay of factors. As we continue to see shifts in the societal norms, economic conditions, and personal values, it is important to respect and understand the diverse reasons behind this decision. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of why many women today are choosing not to become mothers. If you found this video insightful, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and stay informed.